It gets me every time that the picture fades out before the music because I never know when to look up. I was attempting to post it places, but oof, lungs. I'm just gonna post it in general chat. Ta-da! Okay, why is the thumbnail not showing up?
It did that to me too.
Instead, everyone gets a very pretty picture that I took in Germany, which is my like YouTube background header image. That's what I was looking for.
I don't know. The way I fixed it is I went right into YouTube Studio and uploaded the thumbnail that way.
Oh. Well, I guess I have to do that now. Studio.
So I'm going to be working on Storyteller Hearth stuff today, which I know generally WIP Wednesday is for WIPs only. I feel like this isn't going to take me the length of the first sprint, and it's stuff that like I've been trying to do, but because Sarah was busy and I was migrained, and I goofed up when I was adding the permissions to the sheets, so Sarah didn't actually have access to edit the sheets for the schedule. It was some other Sarah Cahill at gmail.com.
Other random person.
Yeah, but I fixed it so Sarah can edit the sheets and stuff. But since I know she's busy at work and I can do this very quickly, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then also compile the assets for the post blurbs because I need to start posting them soon. That's like this has a bit of a deadline so that I can start promoting the Storytellers Hearth, whereas Sweetest Secret does not. Plus, I have a migraine. We are going on day 3 or 4 of this migraine. It has been relentless.
How dare.
And so doing this is going to be much easier than revising.
I'm on day 7 of this cold.
We are in top shape today.
This is the best I've felt since day -1. Maybe even better than that because I wasn't feeling great then. But which was another WIP Wednesday. No, that was Monday. I don't know. No, it was a WIP Tuesday. We did WIP Tuesday. Because then I got the PA gig for 2 days and then was a little sick through all the PA gig and then basically died the next day. So, and then slept for like 48 hours and have been slowly recovering. I went to battle at the bowl, and the Intrepid Heroes almost made me die for not being able to breathe because when I laughed, then I couldn't breathe anymore. And that happened quite a few times, but it was fun. It was worth it. And I am feeling better, I think. Oh, well, definitely. The fact that I'm talking right now is proof that I'm feeling better. But yeah, let's go. Woo woo. See you on the other side.
So you'll be working on Storm's Heir, right?
Yeah.
All right. And chat, let us know what you will be working on. Ayo, break time. Excuse me.
You might be hearing the fucking Spirit City in the background because I can't figure out how to turn off all the noises.
That's okay.
I just paused the music. One second. I'm gonna mute for blowing my nose.
You're fine. I missed that one.
Okay. I think I did pretty good. That sprint felt so fucking long because I did repeatedly be like, oh, that must be like nearing the end, and then we still have like 20 minutes left, and I'm like, oh, because I'm writing like intense, relatively stuff, like emotionally. Plus, I haven't Rise in this temple, which I'm like, cool. That's great. And then I'm like, fuck, I need to, like, if he's in the temple, there's currently literally a sermon going on, which means I need to figure out what they would be saying in a temple to the dragons during a ceremony. Or like not even a ceremony, just like normal fucking mass or whatever would be the equivalent. And I was like, I have no fucking clue right now. So literally, I just have asterisk, world building magic stuff sermon in here like a couple times. I'm like, this is a break for dialogue. I don't know what that dialogue is, but it's just going to be like a background line or two. Raya's mostly tuning it out, but I'm like, this would be a fun opportunity to sprinkle in some like world building, but I don't have the bandwidth for that right now because I'm on day 7 of a cold and I'm just now being able to process words again. Plus I'm trying to like balance this disassociative state that Raya's in, as he's like literally, he's like almost has a crash out, like screaming, blowing stuff up. He doesn't, but he's like this fucking close. And then he like sprints through the city and he's like, oh, I'm fine now. He's like, that run helped me. But he's still he went from like angry to like fully disassociating and he doesn't know it. And then he kind of just like wanders up to he finds himself in the front of the temple and he's like, oh, people go to places like this for answers. And then he's opening the door and like opens the massive door of this like giant like Parthenon-esque temple, and with one hand, mind you. He's not going to notice that, no one's going to notice that, but it just for me is important. And fair. Like people are turning and looking at him, and then like he finally like comes back into his body for a second and he's like, oh, okay, I'm good, like I'm now connected with my body. I kind of want to leave. And then he like someone waves him over, so he goes over to them, and he thinks he's fine. And then a toddler's placed in his lap, and he actually comes like fully back to his senses. And he's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna ignore the phases of not being okay I was just in. And I didn't realize how many phases there was to that. Because now I'm curious about where the fuck I am. So I'm like trying to balance that. And it definitely is a first draft right now. I
feel the same way about the ending of Sweetest Secret. So.
Oh, you finished your first draft of it?
Oh yeah, I did that last week.
Hey, I don't remember.
Storytellers Hearth is taking longer than I anticipated because previously we only had 2 designs for the host things, but I wanted 4 because that way it never gets super repetitive on social sites. So
for the postings?
Yeah, because if you only have 3, then it
Yeah.
becomes Rose. So making sure that doesn't happen.
I know, a grid's nice.
Bella said things.
Oh, yes. Hi, Bella. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Hope your morning has been good. No worries about being late. My morning's been pretty chill.
We don't keep attendance.
We don't keep attendance. Well, Rowan is absent today.
I just said we don't keep attendance.
Well, I'm keeping attendance.
You look like a liar.
So can I send some random words to get your opinions on the spelling, mainly asking about which ones feel the most memorable? Yes. Are these made up words?
Yes. Bella has been working on conlongs for her thingy project story. Alina.
Role building magic stuff is such a mood. Thank you. It is. I wrote, it was like 500 something words, which I'm pretty proud of. How much was it? 571, which is extra impressive because I wrote and deleted a couple paragraphs during that sprint. Because I was like, that's not right. That's not right. That's not right. And not knowing how I wanted to even, like kickstart the writing mood scene. Do you know how in an opera there's box views, or like the boxes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what else they would be called?
Other than the box seats?
Yeah, because I'm putting them in
the balcony, the VIP, the
stage gallery, is
the reserved section. Second floor.
Specifically want the little little thunk on the wall that protrudes and there's people there. Maybe galleries, but I feel like I already used viewing gallery with the full reinforcement room, although they're going to be referenced to each other. Anyways, whatever.
The standing section.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm thinking of connecting my personal social media and my author social media, but I don't know how to do that. I mean, they're already linked to each other, or the personal one's linked to the author, because I'm getting people I know through film stuff onto my personal one, and I'm like, I never post about what I'm doing on my personal one. But I don't know.
That's fair.
Anyways, that's what's going on inside my head. What'd you get done during the sprint for Storytellers Hearth?
I went and fixed all the permissions, so now Sarah has access to do things that she should have had access to do.
Good.
I am almost done making the schedule graphics. We have 3 break streams, and I have to see, how we're, which one Sarah wants to do, which one I want to do. Jess is unavailable that weekend, so she won't be running one. But yeah, so that's the last thing I need to do for that, and then I can download those and add them to the media kit. And then, like I said, I was prepping the ones for, oh god, my brain is dead.
We're doing so well today.
Prepping the IG post to promo the host. That's what I was doing.
All right, Bella is giving the things for feet. We're clearly both not operating at maximum capacity.
I'm dyslexic. She knows even when I'm at optimal capacity, this is dicey with me.
All right, we have Atser.
I would say Acer, but Atzer.
Katzer. Caverna. Cavira.
I'd say Kavera.
Cavera. Invicaa.
Yeah.
I'm liking Cavera, mostly because the first one I want to say Acer.
Right? I want to.
Which is not what's written there.
I think it's a bird language, and it's going to be hard consonants. So I think it's going to be Atzer, Ketzer, Kavir,
Vicaa. Well, the last one did make me think of a crow.
Yeah, but my instinct is to go Acer, Ketzer, Kavira, Vicaa, which is fun to do.
Kavira I actually do like. Not that I dislike the other ones, but it's definitely my favorite. I hate them.
Don't let her laugh.
Katzer is just making me think of cats.
Oh my god, I put spotlight instead of admin person.
Because I'm pretty sure if my brain
back one
second. Come on, brain. I'm looking this up because I don't want to lie to you. But I'm fairly certain that
Katza from Shira. Is that what?
No, I was gonna go for two Katzer. German cat is cats.
That sounds correct.
But it's Katzen is the plural cats, not Katzer. But I'm only thinking of cats for two. But it's Katzen or whatever. Ooh, it's been a while since I took German.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, this is gonna be like an incident. It's unrelated. Okay. When we were on our family vacation, we went to this really nice local German spot. Also, a lot of places around Santa Claus, Illinois.
Okay.
Very German, Dutch, a lot of things over there, which made sense to me because I was like, yeah, a lot of I've been streaming this whole time without my light on.
Without your lighting? Hello. Yeah, my light's not on because I don't want it to be in my eyes.
I'll send you mine so you can kind of see.
I know what your light looks like.
Okay. It's like coming down at me instead of in my face.
I don't know what it looks like right now. That is true.
Yeah. I bought this one and put it up Monday.
No.
Yeah.
You bought another light?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess they're in two different areas.
Yeah. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But so
you 1 minute.
Oh yeah, we went to this really nice German place and we entered it, and I was surprised by how much of the German I knew. But then I'm like, I shouldn't be surprised. It's vaguely because I had Aunt Franca. She lived across the street from us, and I knew her most of my life, and she was from Germany. And so I'm looking at all the things, and I'm like, I know all these words, and I had forgotten that I knew so many of these words.
So, I do not have a mind for languages. I took 5 or 6 years of German, and I don't know German. And I wish I did.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were picking.
3 is my favorite.
My favorite is Kavira, and Vicaa. Yes, so 3 and 4 definitely. Very quick, as far as the setup goes, because I wanted to motivate myself to actually come to my office area and get more work done, because just even on not my worst days, but on my bad days, getting out of bed can just help on its own.
Yes.
But it's very hard to motivate yourself to get out of bed when you feel like shit. So in order to make it easier, because I only have a laptop. I don't have a laptop and a desktop. But even when I had a desktop, it's easier to just have one computer that has
Yeah.
all the docs and everything set up. So I have over this year purchased, like, after our family vacation, I had con money and stuff left over. So I bought a second charger, a second laptop fan, and another light and stuff. So that basically all I have to do is take my mouse and the laptop itself. And that is so much more. Like, I have this nice little canvas bag now that was only $5, a steal, really. And I just put the laptop and the mouse in here and anything else I want to carry, and it's
Instead of going with
yeah,
all your stuff.
so much. Put the phone right here, and then I have a second set. I had already, like, kind of started doing this, but I have, like, a second set of pens and everything. So it's just like, this is my office one, and then I have a similar one in my bedroom. So yeah, it's made things so much easier. Like, it seems like a waste of money, but it's an investment in myself.
No, that's good. I support that.
Yeah. And I'll send you a picture, because the main reason I want to show you the ring light is the base, because it makes life so much easier.
All right. With that, I am going to.
Yeah, go ahead. I noticed you, the world, though.
I did pause it so you could actually finish what you were saying.
I'm sorry, Greg and I are such nerds. The world, though, has become synonymous to us for pausing or freezing time. That's Dio's thing.
Okay. On that note, the Oops, sprint's done apparently. Yep, it totally is. I looked like 4 minutes ago and I was like, oh, we still have 15 minutes. Like, wow, this sprint feels so like, it didn't even feel like an extra long sprint. I was like, yeah, it's only been 15 minutes. Wow, I've been getting really so much work done. Let's see. That sprint I did.
Got nothing I planned to done. I am now hyper focused on building a chart.
I know, I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I'm enjoying myself.
Okay, I got 351 words and semi-stalked Sam as she's working on this chart. For those of you that don't know, even though I think everyone here does, but I'll say it anyways, Rowan had the delightful idea of doing writing a novel this month because they're writing a queer novel and it's Pride Month. Oh my god, I just realized my towel has been draped over the back of my seat this whole time. Anyways, I'm also writing a queer novel in case you didn't pick up on that. And so I was like, fuck yeah, I was like, go you. And I was like, wait, I'm unemployed. I have no reason not to. I'm going to write a bunch this month too. And I know before I had like, write 10,000 words a week. And that was not happening. I think part of it was because I was doing it alone. But so Rowan's going for the full 50K, I think. Like starting from the very beginning of their novel, they have a rough outline. I'm continuing Storm's Heir, and my goal is 30K, so that's 1K a day. I did spend the first 2 days of this month dead from sickness, but that's fine. That's why I did 30K. So in Sam's server, anyone is welcome to join with any type of goal. I know Sam has some like baiting or critique partnering goals in there. A couple other people. And that is the chart that Sam is perfecting. Is because I was like, I want to be able to enter my total word count and a bunch of math happen and it fill in everywhere I want it to, of like, this is the total I've written since the beginning of the month or the beginning of this thing. This is how much I've written today and all that. But that's a lot of math and I could probably figure it out on sheets. But I was like, Sam, do you know how to do this? Because delegation. But so that is, y'all should join that if you want to. Let me check on chat. RP showed up. Hi, RP.
Also, I don't know if you know this, but doing math eases a lot of the pressure inside my head. I assume because of the part of the brain it sparks up. So my head is feeling so much better.
I'm so glad for you.
This is what I should have done.
I usually get headaches when I try and do math. I'm joking. I did well in school for math, but not like amazing, but it was fine. RP thought I was going crazy not be able to hear them or that my phone was doing something weird. No, when we were talking earlier, that's because we
were in a Discord call.
We were in a Discord call.
I was trying to figure out what exactly she wants this chart to do because like my brain was just like, you don't understand anything.
Yeah. Sorry. I think that was before the sprint ended, but I don't know. Sorry for causing you guys stress. You messaged them both in Discord. Yes, thank you, Bella. I saw the little Discord notification. I was like, oh, I wonder what's happening. Oh, shit. RP got out of work stuff and is now on the way back home for the next 2.5 hours. Wait, are you driving home for 2.5 hours? Or you get to be home for 2.5 hours? Because one of them's yay, one of them's oh, no. Bella goes, oh, by the way, at the end of this, I should be able to send the first 3 chapters of Alina. So if anyone wants to read it, I should be able to send it out. send out a sign up Google Forms very soon. You're so excited. That is awesome.
I would love to, but I am still behind on my current beta commitments. I can commit to nothing else.
I'm just bad at baiting.
Yes.
You can ask.
Like, she's not a bad beta. She is just bad at getting back to you with her feedback. That should be C11.
You have to trap me in a room to actually beta, and then I'll have a delightful time baiting. I just have to be trapped in said room. So if you trap me in a room, Bella. Hey Doe. Would anyone like to name a random side character?
Fabian.
We're just
This is the first name that popped in the head.
Or Fabian.
If you,
I was going to say Fernando, so I think it's hilarious that we both went in a very similar direction. If it's
Fernando's a real name that might not get you copywritten.
Elise, for a more feminine name.
Yeah, we didn't even ask. We were just like F and
here's some
names.
Yeah, Bella actually responding with good things. RP's writing the cardigan home for the next 2 months. That is actually hell. I'm so sorry. Is this just like normal driving home from work, or?
I love the name Fernando. How dare you? Lady Gaga.
No, with Bella responding with describe the character and maybe we can give some ideas. Actually more applicable feedback.
Oh, I was doing your sheet. You have to read the comments to me.
I know, I'm sorry. Well, I was gonna get there. RP goes, oh Bella, I don't know if you decided already, but Cavera is the most memorable to me. I hope you guys can't hear the city soundscape I have going on in the background. It's not actually happening in real life. My room is very quiet, which is why I need the background noise, but I can't figure out how to turn it off without closing the whole app, and then I have to turn it on again. I'm working on that. This is just some random police officer in a car wreck. We'll probably never see him. Fabian. I'm guessing this is actually contemporary. It's a man, a police
Fernando
officer.
Or Alejandro. I don't have the Lady Gaga song stuck in my
Paul.
Hold on. If it's an officer, we need a surname, not a
yeah.
What fucked it?
Nothing.
No, something in my chart fucked it. Why?
What?
32 plus 33 plus 34.
Officer Pigs. Briggs? I don't know. I shouldn't. Anyways.
Smith is all
good. Thanks, RP. I appreciated it. RP, no, it's not normal. Worked as a biannual trip to the company's research lab, and it's like, oh, okay, good. I was like, I feel like I would have probably remembered if you had a 2.5 hour drive from work every day, because that sucks. Like, to the point you should probably move closer to work, but not if it's just a fucking biannual thing. So we went down yesterday, spent the night in hotels, and spent most of the day doing some learning, and now we're going back home. Nice. I'm glad you get to go back home. Officer Fabian Briggs it is.
I love that.
Delightful. Rip Fabian Briggs. Fabian. As I'm speaking more, my chest is starting to get more agitated, which is why I'm coughing more. But it's fine. This is the most I've spoken in a week, which is really hard for me because I love speaking.
I would never have known.
Bella goes, I love this so much. A lot of fun at Doe. Amazing. We have 1 minute left of this. I think I'm going to pop downstairs and get a ginger beer, which is non-alcoholic, but it does feel like a punch in the face every time I take a drink of it. I kind of love it. Like it's so strong. But it's not as like syrupy as the, like I don't usually drink soda. But with the cold drinking soda. But this leaves like, I don't know, but the ginger beer feels less soda-y and more just Doe at Bella and goes, I'm so glad naming characters of the bane of my existence, which same.
If you ever need a random name, just come to us.
Yeah, come to Sam, not me.
I love naming things.
I don't remember how I got the name of Storm's Heir, and I'm just really happy with it, and I have no idea what to do for the next, like... For one, I didn't even name my original book when I wrote it when I was a kid. My friend suggested it, and I was like, thank you. All right, now we enter our third sprint. Another half-hour one. Let's get stuff done. Mute time. that is the end of that sprint. I'm naming a character Fabian. He's a toddler. He's never going to show up again.
That's fine.
The probably only line containing his name is going to be, you can keep holding Fabian. He likes you. Rye looks down at little Fabian. The toddler blows a spit bubble and laughs when it pops. At least he's a happy child. Let's see. How much did I... did not write that much this time. 229. I'm on page 98. 37010. I came to the realization that I am going to have to come up with a language, or use a language. I can't keep using the placeholder of they murmured the words of a word for blah blah blah, or they said the spell for. And I'm like, oh. But there's a whole thing where Rye hears the actual word. I called my father to talk about it because I texted him and he responded with a Lord of the Rings gif, and I'm like, are you okay? It was his last day of school today. He's on the Hive spring break or summer break. And as I explained it to him, Rye hears people say light, and using his words, everyone else hears oogly boogly. And I'm like, oh, I kind of need to have that show.
It would be stronger if you showed it. Yeah.
I totally just spit everywhere from coughing. That's gross. But yeah, I've thought about this before, or had this conundrum before when I did Atreus, because it's, a script, so obviously people are gonna have to say the words for magic. I was like, do I just steal like Welsh or Old Scottish, or something like that, or do I attempt to come up with my own language, which is a lot of work, but probably will have the best results. And in the end be the most like cool, but still a lot of work. But yeah, that's what I did this time.
Nice.
I
made a mild adjustment, which is something I had like planned ahead of time. Okay. I had just forgot, because like I had the column for it, and then I looked at it and I'm like, what was I doing with you? Whatever. I moved on with my day. And then you pointed out, and I was like, yeah, it totally will. And I'm like, oh, but not the way I have it set up. So I just went and fixed that real quick. So you will have to do zero the math.
I would have to do what?
Zero the math.
I can't hear. Zero what?
Zero the math.
Okay. I'm like, I can't hear what you're saying. All right. Bella has another question. Which one feels like it'd be a professional and important job title, if any at all? 1, Vakaw, 2, Taka, 3, Cowit, 4, Cowits, or maybe it's supposed to be Cowit, and then 4, Cowits, and then 5, Ukawa.
Ukawa, hands down. Ukawa or Vakaw. But Vikaw only sounds important to me because it sounds like vicar.
Yeah, I think that's the same for me. Vakaw or Ukawa.
Yeah, that's a name association I have with Vikaw. Just Ukawa sounds like an important title.
Cowit is kind of like Abbott in my head. Also,
that, but when I think
Cowits doesn't sound like super important to me because the ITS in my
It
head.
sounds like an article of clothing to me.
Or like a little wit. Like, I don't know, fidget or something like that. I don't know. But that's totally a me thing. RP goes to caw or caw it. Dove, caw or to caw feels strongest for me. And then RP goes, I ended up falling asleep for like 20 minutes that sprint, so I accomplished nothing. I mean, you probably need to sleep. Also, I assume that means you are home. I thought you still needed to do the 2.5-hour drive, or did you just like pull over to the side of the road and take a nap? Because both of them are
pulling over to the side of the road to take a nap is a good idea. Or finding a truck stop is actually like the safest place to nap when you're on the road. A truck stop or a Buc-ee's.
Or Buc-ee's. I am getting so many fucking spam emails recently.
I need to check my email. I didn't check it.
And I'm
sorry you've been getting the spam emails.
Unsubscribing. Anyways. This chapter is going pretty quick because it's in Rye's point of view and he's not having to deal with political stuff like Jason is recently. But lots of describing stuff this chapter because he's sitting around and looking.
Editor emailed me and I'm gonna email to let her know that I finished the draft of Sweetest Secret. So if she has an opening next year, might snag that up. Well, this year I took her last December one not for her, so like I have until December to get it ready.
Good for her for booking stuff so far out.
So I'm like, if I can snag her December opening for next year, I'll have a whole year to get Sweetest Secret ready.
RP goes, no, I'm in the back seat. Another person is driving. Okay. But that's not as terrible for being in the car for 2.5 hours.
Only the passenger seat is obligated to stay awake.
Yeah.
It's like when me and my coworkers were driving to the last convention. The driver, I assume he's not used to having a passenger because he was like trying to reach things and then I would just start handing him things. And I'm like, look, I'm a professional passenger. Okay, if you need anything, I'll hand it to you. It's all good. I've been a professional passenger since I was a teenager.
Apparently, my dad loves talking about when I was like a little kid and we'd go on we'd be driving to like families or the beach or something, and it'd be nighttime. My mom would be asleep in shotgun. My little brother, who was like a baby at the time, would be asleep. My older brother would be asleep, and then I'd be sitting in the middle in the back seat, just chatting with my dad, like until we got home. Not sleeping. I don't like sleeping in the car. It makes me feel awful.
My children have an aversion to the front seat, even though they're all old enough and big enough to safely sit there. And I don't. The only time I make them sit up front is if I'm like, okay, it's an errand day. Your mom has some brain fog, and none of you have a learner's permit, so I need someone in the front to help me. And then one of my kids, because 2 of them sit in the way back, but then one sits in the middle. So I will frequently hand things to the one who sits in the middle and be like, you have to do these things for me.
I just realized, sorry, my calendar is like right above my computer. I just realized that my flight on, not this Saturday, next Saturday is at 1:08 a.m. And I'm like, I'm feeling that now, and it's not for a week and a half.
Well, hopefully you're fully recovered before then.
Yeah. Oh God, I didn't even fucking think about being sick. I was just the 1 a.m. flight.
You should listen to Darker Eyes during the flight. You will not regret it.
All right. Message me the title of it, because you sent me the second one, the screenshot.
I know. I sent you the first book before. I considered doing it for a book talk, but I'm like, no.
Don't make me obligated to read a book. I'm so bad at reading obligations. I know it's the ADHD, but it's still really annoying. Does Clockwork Hoe come out today?
Does what?
Dropout's putting out a steampunk.
Oh, okay.
And I think it comes out today. Sorry, that was a horribly off topic, but I was thinking about watching stuff.
You're good. RP says this is exactly why I let someone else sit in the front seat. I am not a great co-pilot, but at least you know that about yourself. You don't like call shots and then do nothing.
That felt very pointed at someone.
It was not, because I don't know anybody like that. But to all the people out there who might be like that.
Hey, someone made a bingo sheet for it. Okay, so 19 hours ago it was tomorrow, which means today, right?
Yes.
Someone's already doing fan art. We have a 2-minute trailer.
Hold on, 12 hours ago would have been 3 a.m. my time.
19. Oh, you're.
I know. Let me work here. 12 hours ago would have been 3:30 a.m. my time. So then that would be that was yesterday. That was even more yesterday for
Coming to drop out June 4th. It's today. Cloudward Hoe releases today.
Yeah.
Ta-da. Wow, there are so many bingos. I don't know what time it comes out.
That is a good question. Because they're on Pacific, so probably 6, 7 Pacific.
I don't need to be looking this up right now, but now it's all I'm thinking about.
But as you mentioned with the ADHD.
Nah. It's 4 p.m. my time. Awesome. According to Facebook. I don't want to fucking rely on Facebook.
I will say most big event things from my childhood would come out 7 o'clock Eastern, and then that would be 3 or 4 Pacific. So
guys, your trailer needs to give more details. Lovingly.
Maybe they don't give a specific time in case things come up.
Yeah. Oh wait, there. Okay. Game Rant. I feel like I can trust Game Rant. It's 4 p.m. PT. Okay. 20 episodes. Awesome. Wait, is it every week? I haven't been at all in Dropout since new stuff started coming out. I'd love if it was every week. That'd be nice. For its 20 weeks of content. That's how TV used to be.
Really? Tell me more.
Yeah, no, I'm bitter right now because I watched all of the 15th Doctor in 2 days, and I really enjoyed his stuff, but that's the end. There were 16 episodes. And that was it. And I'm like, wait, what? And
I will say it's the way that they do weekly episodes now, I think, is better than the way they used to do. But that's only because the streaming services let you watch. Like if you miss a week, it's fine. You could just watch last week's and then watch this week's. Whereas before, if you missed a week, you were fucked. They were not gonna rerun that. They would like rerun that episode on Monday, and then that was it. So
when I was a little kid with recording stuff, we like recorded everything, but ours would glitch sometimes and not record episodes of like Supernatural, and that would bother me a lot.
When I was a child, they did not yet have recording. I mean, like, you did with your
They're
VHS, but like, I know.
All right, we have 15 minutes.
And then people who are older than me get mad at me acknowledging the fact that, like, tiny rant. So as a millennial, I have a right to feel as old as the boomers sometimes, in my opinion, because technology. Hold on, you could pause it. Because technology has escalated faster in my lifetime alone than in their entire lifetime before I was born. So, like, yes. I'm allowed to feel old when we talk about technology and technological advances. Because literally, we could not record episodes till I was 12. And then now streaming services are a thing and all this other stuff. So, no.
That's
actually, I remember in my early 20s, Netflix, not a streaming service. You rented DVDs.
Yes. So I remember that. Or I remember
you would have been born in my early 20s.
Or more Redbox, but
no, Redbox came later.
Okay.
After Netflix started streaming, Redbox came out, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
Because it left a hole in the market, and Redbox was like, "Yeah, motherfucker, it's our hole now." But,
okay.
Going back to things. CB, we've done the absolute best job noticing when the sprints end today.
What'd you say?
I said we've done the absolute best job noticing when the sprints end.
I knew it had a couple seconds left, but I really need to go to the bathroom. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I claim nothing. It's not my day.
Let's see. What did I do that sprint?
I hunted down because a lot of the hosts for the Storytellers Hearth were like, yeah, no, I'm good with the ones from last round. And I'm like, okay, cool. Only some of them didn't host last round. So I'm like, oh, I have to go to other rounds too.
I'm good with that one from 10 rounds ago. I did 278 that sprint. Which is, I think, as much as I did the previous sprint as well. With the total of, I'm on page 99, which means I'm going to keep going for today because I need to reach 100. I'm at 37,288 words, which means if I 37,288 is what I just said. Yeah. If I enter that into our funky little sheet, I'm at a total of 3,148 for this thing that we're doing, and 1,431 words today.
Sweet.
And I'm going to probably keep going in the server after I make a cup of tea. I'm going to keep going because it's like 2 o'clock. And I said to Rowan has stuff, but that I would keep going. Yeah.
I may or may not join. I will still be working, but I may or may not join in the call just because my head.
Cool. No worries. I possibly need to sprint cleaning my room first. Or maybe second. I don't know. Oh, I should eat. I will go eat and then do some sprints. Yeah. I can't think of what else to say. I'm so tired. I'm not tired. I'm just sick.
I'm like, the pain has transitioned to just pressure that's just kind of doing this. So I just feel real out of it. Like thinking is.
Go do some more math or something.
Do more math? I wish I could do
I have literally, I have D&D tomorrow night, and that I'm DMing, and I have like 2 lines prepped, and I'm like, because you're supposed to do it last week, but I was like, I literally can't speak, and everyone's like, yeah, of course, like super understanding because they're all very nice. And then this week I'm like, okay, I can speak, but I am now realizing it is Wednesday, and D&D's tomorrow, and I don't have stuff prepped. I mean, the first session I prepped like a 6-hour session in like 20 minutes, so it'll be fine. Okay, maybe not 20 minutes, but we all cool.
I just need to find photos now.
I updated my author photo for.
Oh, also I have. Did you?
Yes.
Send me the new one.
I sent it to Sarah.
Okay, but I'm organizing the things right now, so send it to me. Sarah's at work.
Sent.
Thank you.
It's the one I use. I updated rather than using the picture when I was 17. So this is one from a couple months, like 2 months ago. I don't know. I'm so bad at telling time now. Let's see. Bella spent the last week rewriting language for Lena. RP may or may not join in the Discord sprints in like an hour and a half. Not sure how much more you'll be doing though. Me neither, to be completely honest. I'm going to eat first and then feel revitalized. And then it'll be fun, funky, and fresh. But I definitely should eat. My appetite has been killed by being sick for the past week, which probably doesn't help me feeling better, like recovering and stuff. But like I'm not hungry, but I'm also hungry. Like the light nausea that comes with being sick.
Yeah.
Bella, while talking to a friend, realized that it made 0 sense for races to work and interact with for thousands of years to have entirely different languages, plus a third to talk to each other. I mean, depends on the culture, but for all of them to have, I mean, they would have some overlap, possibly, but I mean...
Yeah, like they could still maintain. That's like, there's a thought thing about that, about how eventually Earth will just be one culture. But like right now, we have.
It's boring.
No, right now everybody, like a lot. Okay, not all of them, because a lot of cultures have been lost to time. But there are still cultures that like they have worked together for that. Like England and China have worked together for thousands of years. They're still very. Don't give me that look. Maybe it's hundreds. I don't know. The spice.
No, I think you're right. I was frowning at the thing in my hand.
Oh, okay.
No, I was like, that's a good point. Do.
Oh, okay. And like they maintain different cultures. But like there's also a little bit of overlap. The grand argument of who tea was more important to first.
I didn't know that was an argument, and now I want to know the answer. And I hope it's not England.
I think there is no true answer, because I imagine the idea of brewing plants near you for a beverage could be a thing that many cultures thought of. However, tea as we know it is accredited to China, who invented tea as we know it.
It has to be.
The history of tea. Yeah, the earliest physical evidence of tea is the camellia plant in China.
Yeah.
And they even have origin myths for it, so
I love that. I love tea. RP, prep for D&D, never. I'm the DM. I do need to prep. I'm the DM and it's homebrew. I do need to prep. I'm having a base set of words for communication magic, but naming things is where they differentiate major. Okay. That makes sense. I can hear my meds wearing off. This is so fun. On that note, that's the end of our stream. Ta-da! Thank you guys for joining us. Potentially, we will be in the server. Any other final words, Sam?
Nay. No, we don't have a stream this weekend. Monday on my channel will be a write-in with. Give me 1 second to check this schedule.
Me and RP.
Oh, thanks.
Maybe.
Thanks. So I keep minimizing server information and then going, why can't I find the stream schedule? Yes, CB and RP will be Monday. So look forward to that. I'm hosting WIP Wednesday next week. Next Friday, we will be discussing Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation.
Which means I need to read it.
We have a very hard deadline as CB is flying away
Whee.
Saturday.
I don't know what this was. Whee.
Fly away.
Anyways, bye.